Today we've got these two machines for test with a certain permission. We can test their reliability by any methods we want. So I think today we will see the toughest tests. Let's go!
Поехали!
Hi guys, as usually it's me, just a voiceover, and you're watching Review Machines. Today we have for the review two so-called Motordogs. We've already made several videos about them, you can find them at our channel. And I should say that these machines are becoming extremely popular nowadays. They're very capable for off-roading, so compact, you can put it into your trunk. And besides, you don't need any driver license to move on them. And one of the most important, Motordogs are quite cheap. That is why people love them so much, but many people think they can be used only in winter. Not at all, these little machines are quite capable even without snow. Today we have two popular models of Motordogs, and we are going to put them to the hardest off-roading test on dirt. So it's going to be interesting, stay tuned. But before we start our tests, let's look slightly at the specs and details of our machines. By the way, blue one is called Mujik and another is Opti. The construction of all Motordogs is very similar and simple. We see here the same engines, Chinese Lifan 15 HP, working together with CVT transmission. The frame is made of steel, it seems to be very durable. But here I see the first drawback. The engine is mounted hard right to the steel plate without any spacer. It's not very good for the whole construction, that may suffer from vibrations. The track and the suspension are also the same. The length of the track is 2800 mm and the width is 500 mm. There is a chain drive, and we see that Opti has slightly bigger sprocket. It means that it should have more torque, but less speed. The steering is very simple. There is just a handlebar with a throttle and some buttons to switch the lights. All the maneuvers are done manually by turning the machine with the handlebar. Well guys, it's high time to do some practice, isn't it? Our riders now are preparing for the competition, and we meantime let's talk a little about the forthcoming tests. The point is that all the Motordogs are considered mainly as purely winter transport, but we want to test these machines now, without snow, on hard ground. In this way we have now the severest conditions for the Motordogs. There is no any grease without snow for the tracks, so it's going to be tough. In this way, the main purpose of today's video is to test the reliability of the machines. Let's start with drag racing. We want to know who is the faster, but the road here is not very plain, so it's quite hard to show here the maximum speed, but let's try. As we can see, Opti Motordog takes off significantly faster than its competitor. It's interesting taking into account that there are same engines. Most likely, the matter is in different CVT transmission settings, and Opti has better settings for speed. Then let's check how reliable the transmission is. We will try to brake it by towing the vehicle, releasing the parking brake and trying. The weight of the vehicle is more than 2 tons, and the Motordogs weighs about 120 kilos. That is why we need here some additional load. We see Opti move the vehicle and then towing it. And the same result with Mujik Motordog. Of course, it's a stress test for the both machines. You don't need to do that in a normal life. But to our surprise, we haven't noticed any damage caused by this test, so we can make a conclusion that the transmission is quite heavy-duty. Now let's try to climb quite a steep ascent. We see that Mujik copes better with this test, but it's worth saying that its rider is significantly lighter. Then we found a really plump slope. What if we try to overcome it? The application shows almost 45 degrees of inclination, and it's really hard to climb here on foot. Opti tries the first. Well, not very successful try, but our rider decided to make another attempt. And that was quite skillfully. Now Mujik tries. Well, at least that was spectacular show. And the sound at the end was awesome, wasn't it? In fact, at the bottom of the ditch there was an ATV, and our Motordog bumped directly into it. To tell the truth, it was quite a dangerous moment for our rider. Thanks God, without any consequences for the health. And what about the machine? Seriously scratched and trampled. But we got it started again without a problem. This time we decided not to make another try, cause it was dangerous not only for the machine, but also for a rider. Nevertheless, the both machines are ready to continue this competition, so let's move on. We found another quite steep ascent, let's try our Motordogs here. Certainly these machines are not designed to be used in such conditions, but we wanted to see them moving on a very rough terrain. And we were so absorbed in the process that our cameraman found himself in the dangerous position. Meantime, it was almost dark outside, but we still were too enthusiastic to stop our test. Moreover, we found some dirt. Of course, you know what it means. Let's try our machines in dirt. And while our riders are getting fun, I want to say that it's clear now that both Motordogs survived our tests. Quite hard tests. So I have every reason to say that these machines are quite reliable and heavy duty. Of course, they are cut out to be used in winter, but I think there are no reasons to keep them in the garage in other seasons. Their durable construction allows to use them on the ground without snow. And let's look at our heroes, what we have after our tests. Of course, Mujik was damaged more seriously. Fuel tank is bent, many scratches and the chain is damaged. Nevertheless, the both machines survived the tests and still are able to move. By the way guys, every winter we arrange an interesting event. The grand battle of similar Motordogs and another winter machines like ATV sleds and 2x2 motorbikes. We already have on this channel several videos about this event. I put the links at the end. And by all means, there will be new videos about Grand Battle in the forthcoming season. So please consider subscribing the channel if you liked this video and want some more materials about this topic. And now let's call it a day. Thanks for watching guys, stay with us, it's going to be interesting. Goodbye.